Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good day to our beloved Professor Dr Mohd Khanapi. Today our group will present about our project which is Medical Surgery Information Management System. Our group consists of 3 members. The one that is talking is Farah Nabila Binti Roslan, next is Wen Huey, and thirdly is Abdul Hadi Mazbah. In this slide presentation consists of 4 chapters. Chapter 1 is planning, Chapter 2 is requirement analysis, Chapter 3 is system analysis, and lastly Chapter 4 is system design. First, we will go through introduction, background, intended audience, and reading suggestions. Introduction for this project. This project describes about a system created for the ease of the hospital management. The specific work of this system is for medical surgery information management system that can be accessed by surgeons and nurses. Next is background. Project. The documentation of this project has its own writing standard. The things need to be emphasized while writing this document are font type should be in Times New Roman, font size is 12, line and paragraph spacing is 1.5, and text margin is justified. Intended audience are stakeholders, project managers, core users, software architects, software engineers, testers, and documentation writers. Reading suggestion. The SRS has been organized in order of increasing specificity. Next is problem statements. First, how to view the information of the surgeons of a particular department when the bundle of record is not organized. Next, how to ensure the detailed information of patients are completely registered and recorded in an effective way. Lastly, how to arrange the surgery operation more efficiently. Next is objectives of this project. The objectives are to record the information of surgeons according to respective department. Next, to register and record the detailed information of patients. And lastly, to arrange the surgery operation according to availability of surgeons, patients, and operating rooms. Next, application usage. For surgeon scope, in this application, surgeons are able to log into application, update to application, insert, get, view, delete, and manage data. For staff scope, in this application, staff nurses are able to log into application, update to application, insert, get, view, delete, and manage data. System scope. In this application, system is able to notify users of any errors, save patients' data, link one department to another. Next, we will go through business flow diagram. Firstly, this is the activity diagram for patient registration. This module is responsible for managing new patient registration. The registration will deal with the personal information and some special health condition of the patient in order to save and record of the new patient. Firstly is the admin, on the middle is the system, and lastly is the database. First register patient information, and the system will load patient information. If the loading is successful, the database will save the patient information. If the load is not successful, it will return back to register patient information. Next is activity diagram for managed medical fee. This module is responsible for managing each patient's transaction based on the treatment received and save a record for future reference. First, the admin will open the transaction page, and the system will check if it is a user or staff. And then, if it is a staff, the admin can open the transaction managing page and then check users' transactions and update transactions. If the user is a user, the user can proceed with the transaction and check transaction. Next is activity diagram for arrange operation schedule. This module is responsible for arranging schedule of patient's operation with reference on the surgeon available time, session, and the availability of the operation theatres. First, the admin can open schedule page and search for a date and time, and the system will check the schedule availability based on the date and time. If it is available, the database will save the schedule information, and if it is not, the system will return back to open schedule page. Next is activity diagram for authenticate users. This module is used to authenticate relevant users to access the use of systems such that only authorized personnel can log into the system with correct user identity and relative password. First is the open login page. the system will request for user ID and password, and the admin will enter user ID and password. And the user can choose to forgot password and reset new password. After the user enter user ID and password, if it is valid, the login will be successful. If it is not, the system will request again for user ID and password. Next is the activity diagram for update profile. This module is used for update user profile information when necessary and save the updated information to the database. First, the user will log into the system and the system will fetch the profile information. And if the user chooses to update, the user will then key in new profile information and the system will fetch the updated information and the database will save updated information in database. Next is activity diagram for generate medical report. This module is used to generate medical report after the surgeon login to the system successfully. The surgeon keys in all detailed description of the treatment of the relative patient and save the report in database. First, the surgeon log into the system and key in the patient information. The system then fetch the patient information and then the surgeon can key in detailed description of treatment information needed for the patient. And then the database will save the medical report.
A good day to Dr. Khanapi. My name is Wen Huey and I'm going to present about Chapter 3, which is the system analysis of our project. For the first part, the introduction. In this chapter, the system requirements are specified and modeled by using static model, which includes use case view and use case description. Class diagram is modeled to discover object and classes relationships. System requirements analysis is further elaborated by which the sequence diagrams are modeled to define object classes behavior dynamically. Lastly, entity relationship diagram is modeled to define the data requirements. Part 2, use case view. This is our use case diagram, which is the primary actor consists of staff nurse and surgeon, which is generalized into an primary actor of user and another secondary actor, which is the account information system, and we have 6 use case. For use case 1, register patient. For registration of new patient with their detailed information and also search for registered patient information. Use case 2, manage medical fee. This is to process the payment after the patient has received consultation or operation. Use case 3, arrange operation schedule. This use case is to arrange appropriate operation slot according to patient available time, surgeon schedule and operation theater availability. Use case 4, authenticate user. It is for authentication of user account when log in and log out. User can do forgot password to get right password for account authentication. Use case 5, update profile information. This use case is used for user to update their information if there is any change. Lastly, use case 6, generate medical report. This use case describes the entire process of surgeon generate medical report of respective detailed description of treatment information of the patient. Part 3, use case specification. We create use case specification based on these 6 modules and I'm going to explain for the patient registration module only. So in this use case specification, the name of use case is register patient and a brief description is the use case describes how the actor registers for new patients and checks the existence of patient record. The precondition is the actor login is valid and the post condition is patient information is saved into database successfully. For event flow, primary flow, first the use case starts when the actor selects nurse button from the system main menu after login successfully. Second, the system then displays the patient information search screen. Third, the actor enters information based on the patient's criteria, which is the IC number. Fourth, the actor selects search button. Fifth, the system shall search the person master index record. If the record is found, then the system shall display the person master index and information, as well as display the admission date and time. If the record is not found, then the system display no record found. Then the actor selects register a new patient, else the actor selects the cancel button. Then the actor enters the detailed information of patient. The actor selects register button. Then the system shall verify the information. After the verification is successful, the system creates an episode record and assigns the episode with a registration number. Lastly, the system saves the information into the database successfully and the message registered successfully will be popped up to the actor. For the alternative flow, the user pressed the cancel button so the system will close the registration screen. Exceptional flow, for E1, the system will show an error message to prompt the user to enter the valid credentials. Then, for E2, the system shows an error message that the information has failed to save into database. The include use case and extend use case is not applicable in this use case, and the actor is register includes registration, staff nurse and assistant nurse. The rules, constraints, and GUI is not applicable for this use case too. Then for part 4, logical view, we create sequence diagrams based on these modules. So this one is the primary flow for the sequence diagrams on the use case register patient. So first, the lifeline 1 staff nurse will enter the patient IC number on the screen. Then the system will verify the information. Then if it is the existing record, the system will return the patient information and display on the screen. If not, the system will display no record found. Then the staff nurse can select the register new patient button and the system will redirect and display the registration form to staff nurse. Then the staff nurse enter the patient detailed information. The system will fetch the information and save the information into the database. The system will then display the new patient information it says saved successfully. For the alternative flow, the process is same with the previous one, but at the sequence of number 6, the staff nurse can select cancel button if they do not want to do registration for new patient. Then the system will redirect the staff nurse to the main screen and close the patient registration screen. For exceptional flow, so the staff nurse will firstly enters their credentials. The system will fetch the information and try to match the information with the database, but could not find the matched information. So this system will display failed to log into staff nurse. For exceptional flow E2, the process is same with the previous one. The staff nurse will enter patient detail information and the system will fetch the information. But here the information cannot save in the database, so the system will display failed to save new patient information into database to the staff nurse. For part 5, static view of object classes. So this is basically our class diagrams on this system. There's a controller, the system in the middle, associated with a lot of boundary classes and entities needed in this system. Next, the part 6, data requirements. This is our entity relationship diagrams. We start from the staff nurse entity. The staff nurse will manage the payment and also arrange the schedule and register for the patient. So each patient will have a record. The record will contain of the operation information. So the record entity acts as a bridge. Then the surgeon is assigned in the schedule. So in the schedule there is information including of operation theater, the record ID, and also the staff which arrange the schedule. And the surgeon also generates for medical report. Next, here is the description of the attributes of all the entity for patient, surgeon, nurse, medical fee, operation theater, schedule, medical report, and record.
Assalamualaikum doctor, I hope you are in good health. Okay, started. I'm going to present chapter 4, system design. So what is system design? System design is the process of defining elements of a system like modules, architecture, components, and their interfaces, and data for a system based or on the specified requirements. It is the process of defining, developing, and designing systems which satisfies the specific needs and requirements of a business or organizations. So in this part, the main two phases are high-level design and detailed design. Here we can see system overview, which is part of a high-level design. We can see this is our system name, Medical Surgery Information Management System, short IMS. Here you can see the users are nurse and surgeon, and there is account information system. Here you can see static organization under system architecture. We have a user maintenance, doctor, and code maintenance, and so on. This is a package interface. We can see that we can see the roles of the processes and dependencies among these packages. Here we have package security. Actually, this is the security, and nobody can access without passing the security to these modules. So this is UI navigation. We can see here home page, and from home page we can go log in and then log out, and if we forget the password, we can change the reset the password or change password. And after login we can go to nurse or doctor. Nurse can go to patient page, schedule page, and payment page, and doctor can go medical record page. We can see that to log in, first we need to choose that are we surgeon or nurse. So we have here surgeon ID. Every surgeon have a unique ID, and they have to fill up this ID and password, and if it's not matching or surgeon ID is wrong or password is wrong, the system will pop up the error message. We can see that update profile information here. The nurse can enter patient ID, which is unique for everyone, and then he can she can change or delete something from here, and the system will pop up information updated after she save and update. This is operation schedule and booking. First nurse have to enter operation theater ID, which is unique, and the password. If it's okay match, then she can see the schedule and she can book any available date, and she have to fill up this form and click on book, and system will show that operation booked, and system will notify the surgeon involved in this operation. And we can see here the hospital bill, the sample of hospital bill actually, and medical report. Here we have final class diagram. We can see the interfaces, works, processes here, and the database things are here. First we have to go through these, and then we can go and save in the database. This is deployment view, and we can see that every client has their own PC, like payment, registration, nurse, and everything. They have to go to this internet communication, and they need internet connection to access here. This is authentication. The system the responsibility is to verify authorized user before access to the system. So these are the steps to do so. And we have some code, some if statements. So if the username exists in surgeon or nurse table, then yeah, password is correct. Otherwise the system will show pop-up error message. And same for here. And this one is for payment. So the table we are working here is medical fee, which is table number 5, and we need to select all from medical fee and then add a new payment, and the system will insert the medical fee that user entered, and this message will show after this database work is done. So after everything is done, status goes to status, date goes to date, and the nurse ID who processed the payment, and after everything done, it will come back here and show that it's successful payment. And we have data dictionary here, and basically it's kind of sample of our database table. We have here surgeon ID, name, and other things, and the data types like integer, virtual, and so on. We have medical fee table, same like the previous one. So due to short time, that's all. Thank you, doctor. Terima kasih. Assalamualaikum.
That's all from us. Thank you for lending us your ears and attention. Thank you. Assalamualaikum. See you soon. Take care.